Okay, this is Friday, December 18th. This is the Your Turn practice book, page 128. So open up your Turn practice book to 128. Let's go through a little bit of spelling rules and let's talk about ed and ing today. It says add ed to an action word, we call that a verb, to tell what happened in the past. Add ing to an action word, what we call a verb, to tell what is happening now. Okay, so let's go a little further. Look at the word race. We know that word. We've been working on it this week because that E is after the C, and if we have an E, I, or Y after the C, it's going to make the S sound or the soft sound, okay? It ends with the letter E. To add ED or ING, first drop the E. So we're gonna drop the E in the word race and then add ED to get the word raced. If we want it to say racing, here's the base word race, we're gonna drop the E, add ing, and we have the word racing. Now we still have the E, I, or Y following the C, so it still makes the soft sound. Now I want to talk about ED for just a quick second before we go on, because ED can make 3 sounds. So ED, when you add ED to the end of a word, it does mean past tense or already happened. It's happened in the past. Now, ED can make 3 sounds. It can say id, d, or t. Okay, so it sounds like id. Now, you're still writing ED. You write ED, but it sounds like id. You write ED, but it sounds like d. You write ED, but it sounds like t. How do we know when it sounds, what it should sound like? It should sound like id sound after the letter T or D. It should sound like the D sound when the final sound is voiced. Remember, we've talked about voiced is when we can hold our throat and we can feel our vocal cords move. We've been talking a lot about voiced and unvoiced when it comes to that TH sound. Remember the V sound, that's our voiced sound, and we have as unvoiced. So if we have an unvoiced sound at the end, it sounds like id, or it sounds like d. If we have an unvoiced sound at the end, it sounds like t. Today, most our words are going to sound like t because the sound at the end is unvoiced. Okay, so let's look at it. It says add ed to each word, write the new word. So remember, we're going to drop the E to add the ed. So the word is rake. We're going to drop the E and we're going to add ed. So let's write it over here, R-A-K, and we're going to add our ed. Now, the K is unvoiced. We do not make a sound with our vocal cords, so rake, it sounds like t, raked. Okay, let's look at the next one. Slice, there's that rule we've been learning this week. If we have an E, I, or Y after a C, it makes the soft sound. So I'm going to drop the E and add ed. Ice. And again, it sounds like the t sound because the final sound is unvoiced. We don't hear the sound. We don't use our vocal cords. And when we say rake, again, we're pushing air out. It's an unvoiced sound. So it sounds like a t sound at the end. Let's move down here. Add ing to each word. So our words were raked and sliced. Add ing to each word, write the new word. So remember, we're going to drop the E and add ing. So our word is trace. There's that pattern. We're still working on it. Not only do we have a silent E pattern, but we have an E, I, or Y following the C. It makes the S sound, the soft sound. So drop the E, and we're going to add ing. So our new word is tracing. Tracing. Okay, let's look at our picture. We've got a silent E. Our word is skate. We need it to say skating. So drop the E and add your ing. Skating. Skating. The words we wrote today: raked, sliced, tracing, skating. Make sure you check your work. See you all soon. Bye.